I'm still not in a good mood, but I figure I'd rather chat with y'all than just be upset. How y'all doing this afternoon? It's 5 o'clock. I ain't did the 5 o'clock live in a while, so I decided to do the 5 o'clock live. I changed my, even though it does look like I have on the same shirt than as I had on earlier today, I did not. After I got off the live earlier, I didn't realize Lolly was outside in the hallway. I didn't even, well, out in the living room area. I didn't realize. So I let him in. And then by the time he came in, he's sitting here right now. I guess he realized mommy was not in a good mood. So he decided he wanted to snuggle and cuddle and shit, which was cool. I enjoyed them. Shout out to my dog. Dogs are great. Pets are amazing. But he got hair on my shirt, so I had to take it off. Can I ask a question? This might be really random. This might be really, really random, but I need to ask this question. Okay. Oh, now he's trying to jump up on me again. Not right now. Listen, can I ask a question? And I think this question is for the younger girls, not us. I don't think this question is for anybody that is older than 30. I'm not sure, but I have to ask the question because my daughter said something to me. She's been saying it to me for a while, and it didn't really click until today. When I'm upset, I look at pretty things on my phone. Pretty things bring me joy. I look at things that I might be interested in, might not be interested in, etc. It brings my spirit up. I'm a fashion girl. Mind your business. But my question is, do people really not know how to use a curling iron? That might seem like a ridiculous question. Because to me, that's a ridiculous question, right? Like, what do you mean you don't know how to use a curling iron? Like, I have curling irons, right? And for Christmas, one of the things my daughter asked me for, which again, I heard her, but I didn't hear her because it sounded insane, right? For one of them, well, she has one, but I guess a better one. That, I guess it's one of them wizard sticks or whatever. To me, I don't know how to use that. Can I be honest? I don't know how to use that. That's some new age contraption, okay? But like, how do you not know how to use a barrel curling iron? Am I bugging? So I was looking at these curling irons and flat irons yesterday. It's February, spring is coming. I went and took care of my hair because I'm about to go get my hair done. I don't not no time. Well, soon, but basically I had my hair when I had my weave. I really didn't do anything to it. I took my weave off months ago and I threw it in a bag. So yesterday I washed it. I know it sounds so ghetto, but that's what I did. I washed it, I conditioned it, I prepped it for when I'm going to probably the beginning of March, so I could have it during, so my hair could be cute for spring and we outside. So I prepped my hair, right? And then I'm like, okay. Good hair pays off, right? Good hair pays off. So that's why I prepped it to confirm I didn't have to buy new hair, right? Because again, it's been tossed in the bag for what, like 4 months at this point? I don't even know. It's been tossed in the bag for a little while. I think I took it out around I don't even remember. But it's been in the bag for a while. So, and in washing it and, prepping it, cool. Then I realized hey, I want a new flat iron because before I get my weave installed, I'm probably gonna let them cut off my ends, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm like, I spend a lot of money on my hair tools, right? But again, I'm like, I need a new curler, and I need a new flat iron. I've had the same flat iron. I had two. The expensive one that I have, it broke. I don't know how it broke. My daughter says it ain't broke. There's only two people live in the house. Apparently, the dog broke it. We ain't even gonna go there. We ain't even gonna go there. I had a really expensive flat iron. That flat iron is, how old is she? I think I bought that flat iron maybe 12 years ago. Shit. So it was up, but it was titanium, and I'm trying to get back into the ceramic life. I grew up with ceramics. I'm like, okay, so I've been looking at these T3s. Let me focus. I've been looking at these T3 flat irons and a barrel curler, right? Because most of my shit is titanium. I'm trying to get rid of that. Boom. No damage to the hair. Okay. New year, new hair, right? So I'm looking at this T3 flat iron, and they had a couple of them, right? Of course. So I'm on YouTube, pouting and upset because I've been pouting and upset all day. The fuck, judge me. Anyway, I'm on YouTube and I go and look up the curling iron. No, I'm looking at the flat iron. And then I start to realize that there are a bunch of videos by Black girls who are asking people to teach them how to use a barrel flat iron, like a regular old flat iron. I mean, a regular old curling iron, my bad. And then when my daughter said to me, came back in my head, so I really need to know, do you 35 and less subscribers not know how to use a regular old curling iron? Is that really a thing? Because that wind shit that dragged that shit, I can't understand that. But like what don't you understand about a curling iron? Am I bugging? I don't think I'm bugging. Have we been that disconnected from like doing our hair, like a generation of wigs or some shit? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. Because how do you not know how to use a regular old curling iron? Like, it's kind of self-explanatory, no? No wind blowing your hair into the shit. Just regular shit. Regular shit. I don't know. That was a question. If you ain't got the answer, that's cool. It's cool. Uh, she said, I finally caught a live. Thank you for catching a live. I'm not in a good mood today. I said that during my earlier live. I'm not. Okay, so you might get cursed out. You might fuck around and get blocked instead of timed out today. Okay, that's how I'm feeling. Um, I don't know. But again, I wanted to just come up and say, hey, she said, I had the one on the stove at a child and still go as I need them. Right? I remember those. It's still the same common sense clip curl. Like, I don't understand what they don't understand about how it works. I don't understand what they don't understand. Hold on, let me make sure this mic is working properly. Wait. No, okay, we cool. I don't understand what they don't understand. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so I was like looking at flat irons and the curling irons because I'm gonna buy me a new curling iron and a flat iron. But I just thought it was weird. Especially a bunch of Black girls talking about they don't know how to use a fucking curling iron. I don't know. Did you like I do understand. Let me say this. I do understand that for the last 15 odd years, there's been a lot of wig wearing. I understand that. A lot of wig wearing, and people are more likely wearing their is that it? Because people are wearing wigs or were wearing more wigs for those couple of years, and people are wearing their hair more natural styles. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Because I grew up literally using a curling iron damn near every day of every other day. We all did, right? Maybe that's it. I think I cracked the code. Okay, I cracked the code because I don't understand. Maybe that's it. The natural hair, because we didn't really wear natural hair before, and we used to curl our hair all the time. Plus, you know, a bunch of people wear a bunch of wigs now or whatever. Because even when you wore weaves back in the day, you still curled your weave, right? With a curling iron. Huh. She said, greetings from the United States Marines. Hello, darling. How are you doing? She said, our moms and loved ones using it on us. Happy Wednesday. She said she has lupus. Okay. I used to have it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a little issue with my hair. But it's growing back, so that's good. That's why I'm about to put this hair in again, child. But anyway, I did not come up here to talk about hair. I did not come up here to talk about curling irons, all right? Let's focus. Everything is crashing out, and I love it for them. I heard Melania literally was doing a presser for her movie. For her movie. That made me laugh. Okay. I heard she was doing a press up for her movie or whatever. And the people kept asking her about the files. And she stopped the fucking presser in the middle of it. I love this for all of them. I swear to God. I swear to God. This is freaking phenomenal. Fantastic. It's fantastic and phenomenal. Like, you can't make this shit up. You really, really can't. She said, I remember when hot combs feels like I got burnt. A lot of my loved ones that are here for church Easter. Yeah, I wear wigs that look unnatural. Yeah, no, I'm just saying before like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, people didn't wear wigs the way they wear them now. We didn't wear wigs. We wore our hair. You either had a perm, you went to the Dominicans, had a blowout or whatever, or you wore a weave or something like that. We didn't wear wigs. So now that I hindsight 2020, I can comprehend why people, but like my daughter's age and probably up until like 25, don't know how to use a curling iron. I can comprehend that now. I didn't think about it before. Because when she was saying that to me, she doesn't know how to use a curling iron. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, she always asks me when she wants to use it, she's asking me to curl it for her. And I'm just like, whatever. In my mind, I'm just like, you're being lazy, but whatever, I'll do it for you. But they don't know how to use it. You got to remember, up until like 15 years ago or so, 10 years ago for some people, most of us were permed. We use curling irons every day, or at least every 2-3 days. Now, natural hair, we don't put heat on our hair like that. And when oh wow.
It makes sense. But anyway, let's stop talking about wigs. I wasn't even talking about wigs. Always do my hair braids and beads. It was real for my hair to get straightened. As a kid, I preserved its length and shape. Yeah, Sierra, but Sierra, you're that's what I'm saying. You're at that age. That's why I said I can see 16 to like 20 something, because by the time most of us grew out of our mom, like me, right? When I was little, all of us, our mother used to do our hair, whatever. And by the time we got into like high school, we used to do our own hair, right? We used to flat iron it. We used to take over the bathroom, flat iron it, curling it, whatever. That's how we learned how to use said tools, I guess. But that transition didn't happen for your generation because y'all stayed natural, or y'all stayed in styles where heat on your hair wasn't what y'all did. If anything, y'all cornrowed y'all hair back and put a fucking wig on it. So I get it. I get it. I didn't think about it until just now. Tell me why my coworkers told on Golden by Jill Scott. And I instantly thought of you. I love that. Royal Rumble without me and assistants. I blame the box firm for kids things. Y'all remember those? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody had that. And when you had that, you use a curling iron. You use the whatever. Now we don't do that. We don't do that. Our kids don't. My kid here is natural. We don't use, she doesn't even use a, unless she blow out her own heel, whatever. But like, she only uses a curling iron on like a weave or some shit like that. And if that, they don't really use it like the amount that we used to use it when majority of us, like 95% of us, were permed. Right? Those are things you use when you're permed, not really when you're natural. But the weave is coming back. Y'all know I love a good weave. I love a good weave. She said true of the Jerry curls. Braids or a few tracks for volume. Braids or a few tracks for volume. Yeah. I always wanted to use the hot wave curls. My mom had one, but it never produced heat. I was so mad. They have new ones out. I saw them. I love crochet hairstyles, two snare and twist, box braids. Yeah, yeah, box braids, boho braids, faux braids, hair, half a wig, lace frontals. Yeah, I like them. They're nice, but that's my point. Up until like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, really, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. We didn't, all of those styles, like, we didn't do those things. We had a perm, French rolls, and Dominican blowouts, and that's what we did. We didn't do those. I have braids underneath here. I had flat twisting for like a week. I took them out and I got to wash my hair, but I got big cornrows in my hair right now. That would have never been something I would have had in my hair 10, 15 years ago, in my 20s. Uh-uh. You went to Dominicans, you got your hair blown out. Yeah, that's what we did. If you wanted a little extra bump on day 2 or 3, that's when you pull your curling iron out or whatever. In between your Dominican blowouts, you might pull your flat iron out, flatten your own hair, give you a little bump, little bump. But besides that, we didn't do all the half wigs and braids. And when we had braids back in the day, a lot of it was, I literally was looking for human hair. We used to have human hair braids. That's how real it was. Because since we had the perm, the synthetic braids would really eat you up back then. We had human hair braids. It's a whole thing to find human hair braids now. I was looking for it. Human hair to do human hair braids. It's a whole thing. It's crazy. Now they only want to sell human hair enough so you can do them boho styles. It's crazy. But whatever. It depends on what style you get because my dad was a big on style. That made us look wrong. Okay. I learned how to do my own hair by myself. Big money saver, not gonna lie. Jovi, the horror stories I hear from my friends on Perm terrified me to never get it. It was a bootleg movie I seen with a girl let a perm sit in a lady's hair for too long and she got bald. Well, those things really didn't happen in real life. Um, but perm it was very hard on your hair, whatever. But like that's how I said I know based off how you say those things, you it's just what you did. We did not walk around like how you see people with natural hair, you would never, I repeat, never, ever see someone with that. Ever. Ever. You just wouldn't. We didn't even know how to do that. We learned that. We learned even how to do our natural hair. If we're going to keep it a real, we're going to keep it a real on YouTube, watching the YouTube girlies when it first started. Like there wasn't no choice. People did not have, unless you had like three A or whatever the fuck you wanted to talk about here. People didn't do that. You had a perm. You had a perm. You had a perm. I think I knew one girl, and the only reason she didn't have a perm is because she was Muslim. Stopped being Muslim, and her mama shaved her head off. By the time that her hair grew back, she had a perm. Yeah, no, we didn't do that. She said, "You're right. LOL. I'm 37. Yeah, you gotta be. You got. That's why I said like you have to be. It's a. I think it's like 30 might be the break off age because like yeah, it was not a like it wasn't even a thought to even be a choice. That's what makes me, being natural and having a natural hair and all that stuff amazing now. It's not even a choice. It wasn't a choice. Let me say that. It was not a choice. It was not something that, you know, 10 girls had a perm and one girl had her hair natural. That just didn't happen. It just didn't. Okay. With the nice 90s and early 2000 hairstyles. I wish they still had these out. It also perms too. or if it wasn't perms, your hair was flat ironed completely straight to the bone. Like to the bone. Let's say, yeah, even if you did, even if some people, okay, some people didn't have a perm, you would not know, you would not see a kink, a curl, or nothing. It was flat ironed to the bone. It was a different time. It was a different time. I'm not saying whatever, because again, I went natural when it first came out, actually. My baby was still a baby. She was like 2. She about to be 17 now. So I've been natural for a long time. 15 years. Damn. Because she about to be 17. She damn sure about to be 17. So I've been natural for like 15 years. Yeah, because she was like turning 2 when I decided to cut all my damn perm off. So, but anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Like I said, I'm not in a good mood. Yeah, it was taboo and it didn't happen. That's my point. It was taboo and it did not happen. It did not happen. There was no considering. There was no look how long it took people right now just to get people are still getting used to wearing their natural hair. In my opinion, that's why my opinion, I'm sticking to it. You don't have to agree. But that's why with the surge of so many people wearing wigs, because they didn't know what to fuck to do. Because we came from a generation of perms. And a lot of people, they did not know what to do. So they braided their hair backs and they started putting wigs on. Yeah. She said, I hope you feel better. Hopefully I feel better by tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, so what else is happening? The world is blowing up. Everyone's getting exposed for being a pedo. Or like I said earlier today on my live stream, and I stand by it, being essayed was the least that happened to a lot of these girls. I think a lot of them are not majority. I think thousands of girls and boys are not alive anymore. I think a lot of hostile, y'all seen a hostile, right? Hostile-esque things have occurred. I think a lot of just horrible human beings that think with their bottom heads instead of their tops. It's insane. Did y'all see where the Republicans were out here? Mitch McConnell, and not him, Mitch McConnell. What's his name? Mike Johnson. Yeah, that's his name. They were like, you could have, there can be DNA evidence, testimonies, eyewitness cameras, whatever, and we still aren't going to believe. Psychopaths, buddy. Psychopaths. But whatever. I look like Samuel L. Jackson. Cool. There we go. How about that? I told y'all today is a deleting ass day. I ain't even playing with y'all. Today is a deleting ass day. So that's where the like I said, the world is going to shit in a handbag. I just figured out why kids, teenagers, early 20-year-olds don't know how to use curling irons. I did say that Mendai, my mayor, has pulled out the heaters, which honestly, they should have pulled out the heaters already. Because when did it snow? Last week? The snow is still stacked up, packed up, because it not only snowed, it just got cold and it stayed cold. It just got cold and it stayed cold. And the snow was like literally frozen everywhere. It would have been melted by now. You might have seen, little itsy bitsy piles here and there, but like it is still stacked up, racked up. I was walking the dog earlier and I went over to where I normally walk him. I haven't walked him there since it snowed. I tried to the first 2 days, 2 or 3 days, but it was just too much and he couldn't deal with it. So I've been walking him in another area. But I went over to where he normally walks. And when I say it's like a fence, right? It's like a fence. They had a little path, cool for the little path. But it was like this much space, like two feet of walking space. There's a fence right there. The ice, the snow, I guess, that was dumped in the ice, the snow was still up to my knees by the fence. Now on the side with the cars, it's still a whole shit you have to climb. Like the snow and the ice is not going anywhere. So he brought out the snow melters, and hopefully they'll start digging us up out of here. But honestly and truly, they should have brought them shits out last week. At this point, they just need to bring the snow melters out every fucking time it snowed, because they do it in other countries. I saw Canada out here just shooting snow into the snow melters and the shit just melting all over the place, not dumping it to the side for us to have to dump it back in the street. For it to have to be dumped back to the side, it doesn't make no sense. So hopefully they'll get that shit together, because I'm tired. I'm tired of all the snow. I'm tired of all the fucking cold. And it doesn't help because it's cold as hell. And New York, we have I think the kind of tunnels, we have large buildings, so air and whatever goes kind of tunnely. You got all this fucking snow, and this wind is just picking up the snow, and it's just fucking freezing. It's just fucking cold. I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. She said she's happy to. I saw the commercial for Devil Wears Prada 2. I saw the commercial. I was like, oh, that's so cute. They was gonna do it. So I am interested. I am interested in seeing it. I just watched the Bridgertons, whatever the new one. Y'all know I did not watch Bridgerton until the summer that just passed. I swear to God. I watched all of them the summer that just passed. I was like, oh shit. First I watched the Charlotte one, and then I went back and watched all of them. I did not watch them before. So but as soon as that shit dropped, I watched it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I watched it. As soon as that shit dropped, I watched it. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for part 2. I guess you got to be distracted from all the foolishness going in the world. We need some pleasures, child. I don't know. Oh my Lord. I just got called mean on a text message. Do you think I give a fuck? I don't. I don't. I really, really don't. Not one fucking bit. I'm in a bad mood. I said that earlier, didn't I? Am I getting more into new fashion shows and all? Oh, speaking of, I heard Tyra Banks had a Netflix documentary. I heard there was a Netflix documentary on America's Next Top Model. I'm not watching that shit. Tyra Banks can go to hell. No shade, but tea. And I get it because, like I said, it was a different time back then. I get it, but I'm not doing it. But you can watch it. You watch it and you tell us how it was because I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. I knew From is about to come back out. I'm excited for that. I like From. I know the trailer dropped today, so I still haven't even seen it yet because again, I was scrolling flat irons and shit. Don't judge me. But I know the trailer comes out today, so I'm excited to see that. Like I said, just who knows? I'm fucking tired. I'll probably go to sleep early today. No, I'll probably come back or on later on. I ain't doing shit. When I'm annoyed, if I don't get distracted, I will be I need to be distracted. And y'all are here to distract me. Because if I don't get distracted, I will be destructive. I will say and do some shit because I'm mad. I'm trying to be easy. I had a weird dream this morning. I don't want to talk about it, but I just want to say I had a weird dream this morning. That's probably why I'm in a bad attitude. Well, I'm in a bad mood. That's probably why. She said, part of me wants to watch it due to my childhood, but after it comes out what she's done, I'm like, wow, yeah, like it was crazy. I remember even back then, she would let people, she would harass women to cut their hair bald, and then get rid of them the same episode. Tyra Banks was the devil. I ain't gonna hold you. That was some horrible shit. It was horrible back then. You harass people to bald their hair. Not even to say the next episode you kick them out. Or 2 episodes from now. No. The next fucking judging, gone after you done cut off 24 inches of this girl hair. She said, LOL, keep the stinger. Yes, the Scorpio stinger is like, I'm annoyed. And when you annoy me, I'm trying to grow. it's evolution. You go back and forth. And I'm normally cool. I can normally just ignore shit and be like, fuck you. I'm done. Yeah, I ain't gotta engage with you. That's how I can that's how I'm normally am. That's how I normally am. But when I'm fucking like let me say this like this. When I fucking mad, I'm still gonna say fuck you. But I'm gonna tear your ass up. And I don't and hindsight 2020, I don't really want to have to tear nobody ass up. I just want to be like, and just move on, and just not even engage. Because a lot of the times I feel like, well, you don't know what you did. You don't know what you did. I had to even do that to my daughter this week. Like, what's happening? Because even at you about to be 17. Like, what are we talking about? I have y'all know me. I can be a little snappy. Especially when I'm being pushed and pushed. I don't want to explode on just random people. But like some things, common sense should be common. And if it's not, I don't understand. How am I the bad guy? How am I the bad guy when I just speak facts? How am I the bad guy? If you too stupid to comprehend common sense, how the fuck am I the bad guy? Because you're a dumbass. How am I the bad guy? Rash because and then because you should say we are in a generation full of stupid motherfuckers that want to be placated for being stupid motherfuckers. Can I say that? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? A generation of stupid motherfuckers who instead of just saying, "Oh, well, I fucked up," well, I shouldn't have did that. Da 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 da. Like like a generation full of unaccountable motherfuckers that don't want to be held accountable for their dumbass fucking behavior. But can we really be? Are we really surprised? Because look at the way the world is right now. Look at the way our country is right now, and the people who are responsible for it don't even want to be accountable for their shit. So how can you really expect regular people to understand accountability? Like you do some shit, there is there you there are you do something, there are chain reactions, right? You like do we really live in a world where people don't comprehend that? Like and upset when you call out, like, are you dumb? And not in that sort of way, because I try not to ask people, are you dumb? I do that when I'm really, over it. And I've tried to explain to you a billion times. But like, for real, are you dumb? Are you dumb? You do weird shit. You do stupid shit. When you do something, there are repercussions for that. No? Or you don't want to have to deal with the repercussions, or we live in a generation where, it's not nice to tell people the reality of what the fuck it is, right? Because we live in a generation where Joan Rivers would get canceled for telling you look crazy. When the reality is you look crazy, right? But now we want to be so fucking nice and fluffy and shit. So now you got bitches running up in the Grammys and running up in the Met Gala and running up, looking crazy. And then want to cry and play victim when someone, if anybody says, bitch, you look crazy, instead of acknowledging, you know what, I do look crazy. Same sort of shit, right? Not being able to be accountable for your badass decisions. And if someone says, A, B, and C was stupid, in a nice way, like, how does that happen? Like, why would you do that, Sway? Like, I come from a generation where if you did something, someone is going to call you out on it. I'm Generation X, millennial generation. I was born in 1980. People told you the truth. Hell, high, good, bad, or fucking indifferent. And you learned from that. But now it's like you can't tell people the reality of what the fuck, or else they're gonna cry and say you're being mean. I ain't even cuss the motherfucker out. I really got the text up there. You're being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm telling you. How can you not think of this? A, B, and C. Why would you do this? How, Sway? Why is it no thought for other people, Sway? Because I have thought for other people. And if I did something that is fucked up, even if I don't recognize it at that point, at that moment, because I can do that sometimes. We're human, right? If you say something, self-reflection. Oh, that was fucked up. Instead of playing a forever fucking victim because the world fucking told you since whatever fucking grade you were in that it's not nice to be a bully and it's not nice to tell people. You just have to swallow bullshit. Everybody gets a fucking trophy for being mediocre, and everybody gets a fucking trophy, and it's not nice to be truthful to people. You just everything has to be fake. We spoke about that yesterday, right? Everything has to be fake. We live in a whole fucking world where the news ain't even real no more. Everything is fake. That's why Jennifer Hudson and all them fucking shows is canceling, because everything is fucking fake. Everything is covered by a layer of fucking inauthenticity for the sake of niceties, for the sake of not making people feel bad. I blame Hillary Clinton. I blame Hillary Clinton. When she called them hoes deplorable, she should have stood on business, but she apologized. And now we're surrounded by news people who can't be news people because they need to be nice instead of being honest. Everyone's too afraid to be honest because it's not nice. Fuck nice. It's nice telling me the fucking truth. You could tell me, I don't want your niceties. Your niceties is not going to do anything. I say this all the time. Your niceties does not do anything to help people develop as a person. Right? To help someone develop as a person. You could be nice. Maybe they're not going to understand what you're saying. They're never going to learn. They're never going to develop because you just need to be real. We were nice when Bush just, no child left behind. Some of these hoes needed to be left behind. That's why we in a generation of people, half y'all hoes don't even know how to read. Nice. Nice for the sake of niceties is not beneficial to anyone. Hey, DC, happy birthday. We shouted you out earlier. I hope you're having an amazing day. Why are you on here? You should be out turned up. Why are you here? Why are you here? You should be out turned up. But I hope you're having a great birthday, girl. Yeah, but like, nice for the sake of being nice for the sake of niceties has helped who? Has helped what? Just for the sake of nice. Was that my door? I don't think so. What the fuck has nice gotten you? Who has ever changed the world because people were nice? How have you gotten better as a human being? As a human, like what have we pat your hand and make you feel better? It is the door. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, we're back. Sorry. It was the door. I thought it was the door, right? Oh. But yeah. What the fuck? Real shit. And I'm not saying be a mean ass bitch, but like you could speak to somebody all day, right? Try to be nice. Try to be nice. Try to be nice. Try to say it nice. How am I supposed to say shit if they don't fucking understand? Right? You kind of like, at what point does being real kick in? And then it's not nice because you're not being real, or because you're trying to be honest, because all the niceties in the world don't mean you fucking understand. Apparently it ain't understanding. You're not getting it. So what the fuck is the point? She said that's why authenticity is a trend. Remember on YouTube how to get ready with me's were different versus now. You can dress like a bonnet and go viral now. Yeah. I don't give a fuck no more. It was years. I didn't even put my glass. I have not worn my glasses on here. I don't give a fuck at this point. This is where we at. This is where we are. I'm tired. What the fuck has that gotten us? Nowhere. Not nowhere in the government, not nowhere in the world. Being nice to a bunch of fucking savages and a bunch of horrible racist people and trying to be decent and not telling them the truth is how we it is a one part of how we got here as a nation. Not me, because I'm telling these hoes about themselves. But you know, them on that other side. Be nice or trying to understand what they're thinking, or even playing, pretending like when they were talking about the economy and all this bullshit, or they were talking about immigration and all this dumb shit. We were being nice. Oh yeah, and acting like it was the truth when it's a bold-faced lie and we fucking know it. A bold one. She said, you couldn't improve on a craft without honesty. Look at Gordon Ramsay. You think the contestants would improve without critique? They expect Disney and not Moran. Exactly. Everybody want to be offended. Like, offended for what? Like, peep game, learn a lesson, move the fuck on. Like you said, just like Gordon Ramsay, you think any of them hoes would have improved if he was nicely telling them, oh, this is not that great. You can maybe do better. You know, maybe if you, bitch, no, your shit is trash. It's garbage. Throw this shit in the trash. Because maybe if you add some salt, maybe if you, no, this shit is garbage. Put it in the garbage. That's just what it is. Yes, take a shot for me, DC. Please take a shot for me. A whole one for me. His mama taught him. She said, I don't know what, but why I thought of Tupac when you said that. His mama taught him honesty and not give him the niceties of the world. he would be naive if he didn't grow up on raw facts. Yeah, because it's delusional. It's delusional. And then the real world gonna pass you by, or you gonna get into there and you ain't gonna understand. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why that is happening. I don't know why. And you may not actually know why. You may not actually know why. Because instead of being honest with you when people should have been honest with you, people worried about being fucking nice. Hillary Clinton was worried about being fucking nice and not making savages feel bad. And look where we got ourselves. Enjoy yourself, DC. Hey, Sharita, how are you, girl? Hope you're having a good day. I know I'm not, but whatever. She said, I think I know what's happening. Due to fakeness and lack of authenticity, we started to get sick. It's like eating too much of your favorite food. Eventually, you'll get sick of it. Yeah. That's why I told y'all. That's why people don't watch the news no more. It's not real. That's why people don't give a fuck about a Sherry Shepherd, a Drew Burton, none of them. One of y'all was like, be easy with Drew. Listen, real shit though. Real shit though. Did y'all notice? I don't remember who said it. Somebody, I saw a post. Let me get this water. Hold on. Where somebody was like, oh, they think it's effed up that the studio just announced Sherry Shepherd being canceled. And they allowed Kelly Clarkson to give a statement. Y'all saw that, right? But y'all still want to tell me Kelly Clarkson is cancel is not coming back because she wants to be with her kids? Miss me. There was a reason, like I said before, that Wendy Williams popped the way she popped. That back in the day, we had people like Oprah Winfrey, Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake, a little white lady, used to tear people up. But we got too nice. Or fake nice. Fake nice, because it's fake nice. So appalled by the bullshit MAGA says instead of giving it to their asses. They're too fucking nice. Now that people can't even, you try to be honest and people feel attacked with the truth, attacked with the reality of the world, attacked with the things that they have done. Because it's not, because you didn't say it what? Nicely? Fuck you. She said the fish is raw, then punches the fish. They say honesty is the best policy. I'd rather my girls let me know my man is cheating. I don't care how fine he is or how long we've been together. And yeah, like I don't even consider if I can't be honest with you about certain shit, we're not friends. We're acquaintances. I do have people that like that I already know, but like you're not my friend, and I'm honest with that. I know you. Oh, I know her. She cool, but I wouldn't call you my friend. No, if you're my friend, I'm gonna always tell you the truth. If that shit look bad, girl, that shit look bad. I feel your man cheating, bitch, we about to jump him. You got an issue with that, that's okay, but I can't do. I ain't got the energy for it. I don't want to. If your hair don't, please tell me. If my hair look bad, fix it, please. Tell me what I need to do. Don't let me go outside looking crazy because you're trying to be nice. Because it might hurt my feelings. You know what's gonna hurt my feelings more? If we walking down the street and somebody giggling at me because my track's showing. But you didn't want to tell me because you wanted to be nice. Are you dumb? My mom said nice means stupid. Yeah, nice means stupid and foolish. She said no poker face here. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't even want to do it. Nice. What does that get you in this world? Looking like a dumbass and then blaming the world because, oh, oh, what do you achieve? Nothing. What do you achieve? Nothing. I'm sick. You know what I'm so sick of? Cause when I'm feeling away, y'all know I like to scroll the fashion pages up here on YouTube. I like to scroll. I like to watch people open bags and shit. When I'm feeling away, like I said, I be looking at curling irons and ooh, let me look at this. What's in my bag or in my new bag? The unboxings and shit like that. I hate the oh my god. Oh my perky for no reason. Bitch, I just asked to see what's in your bag. I just asked to see what's in your bag. Calm the fuck down. I'm still in a bad mood, but I appreciate y'all talking to me. It made me feel a little better. Like I'm not fucking crazy. Niceties. Fuck you nice. Who the fuck is nice to me? Nobody. And don't be nice in a form of no, I need to know the truth. How the fuck does niceties help me? How? How the fuck is that helpful in real life? I don't know. She said, Sharita said, the truth shall set you free, but they don't want it. They don't want to be free. Yeah. They want to live in their delusion. And that's cool for a moment. But like in real life, how your delusional living is going to set you up for fucking failure. It's going to set you up for failure. And then what you're going to be, no one told me. Because you were being too nice. No one told you. I didn't know. How don't you know, Sway? Are you dumb? See, this is where I get aggressive, and for me, honestly, because then I start asking, are you slow? Are you stupid? Is common sense not common? I don't understand what's happening here. That's the point where then at that point I'm the bad guy. I get it because I can't just be like because I really want to know how don't you comprehend this? How? And then to get offended, how, Sway? How? You mad? Fuck, you're mad. You're dumb. Okay? How? How did you miss this? Did no one teach you growing up? That's why I try to teach my kid as much as possible because the real world ain't gonna give you niceties. The real world don't give a fuck. If you don't know, you're gonna keep taking an L and whatever it is, right? You're gonna keep taking an L, and then you're gonna be 40 years old trying to still figure out why one aspect or these aspects of your life is never working out, or you keep taking an L when I could have told you 30 fucking years ago. Because apparently we live in a world where even your friends and people that you know, they will drag you, they will talk shit about you behind your back, they will do all of this shit, but nobody will ever tell you to your face what the fucking problem is so you could possibly fix whatever problem you have. No, because it's not it's not nice. So now you sitting up 10, 20, 30 years not understanding why you in the situation that you're in. Not understanding why you can't keep no friends, not understanding why you can't keep no man if that's your goal, not understanding why you can't get a thing at work, not understanding why people treat you the way they do, or whatever the fuck it is, not understanding why, because nobody told you, because it wasn't nice and nobody didn't want to hurt your feelings, and now you spend umpteenth years or whatever not understanding that shit was a problem. say what you want, but I come from a generation where hella high water motherfuckers will tell you the truth about some shit. You could be mad about it or you want to, but you would think, you would contemplate, and you would be like, you know what? It's true. It's not true. I could be able to work on myself. Where's the self-reflection? Where's the growth? How are you supposed to grow if you don't even know what the fuck you supposed to grow? How you supposed to self-reflect if no one told you what you need to self-reflect about? Am I bugging? How? I'm not bugging, right? How? And you just live in a delusion that everything you do and you think and you whatever is right. Because critical thinking skills are in the fucking trash. Right? And because no one's allowed to say anything that's not nice, they'll think it, right? They'll think it about you. They'll think it about you. They'll judge you for it. They'll treat you accordingly. You don't even know why bitches treating you, why bitches treating you the way they treating you, or why people behave the way they act towards you. It's not even clicking because no one told you. You've not even thought about whatever that has caused these things to occur. How is that growth? Growth is learning, evolving, right? I'm a Scorpio. We the queen of evolution. I love to evolve, bitch. Tell me something so I can be a better bitch. I want to be a better bitch all the time. But how can you grow if no one tells you? Or if you just mad because somebody tells you the reality of what the fuck. You angry now. You hot. You upset. Your blood is boiling because they didn't say it nice enough. Because example, because Hillary Clinton called you deplorable instead of patting your hand and telling you why it's not nice what you're doing. Fuck you. We got a donation. She said the original. Thank you so much for your donation. Okay. Cha-chang chang. Thank y'all so much. All donations are thoroughly appreciated. You can send me a super chat, a PayPal, a Cash App, a fucking Zelle. I don't care. I appreciate all the donations. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Donation said the original meaning of the word nice in Latin, 13th or 14th century, means ignorant, foolish, silly, and senseless. Being told to be nice is an insult. Yeah, I'm insulted. Because if I tell you something, how many ways I gotta fucking tell you? I'm fucking tired. How many ways? Nice. Nice gets you nowhere. Nice gets me nowhere, it gets you nowhere, because obviously I'm being nice, so you think it's a fucking game. I'm dead ass serious. And if being nice worked, then bitch, y'all would fucking get it the fucking time. The first time when somebody tried to tell it to you nicely. Then like y'all gave the example, like Gordon Ramsay would have to say, oh, now this sucks. And you would have just took that. No, he gotta berate you. He gotta embarrass you for you to understand that this shit sucks. Where the fuck does nice get you? Like you said, stupid, dumb, foolish. I feel foolish if I'm trying to be nice and you fucking like if you. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll see if I come back later. I don't know. Bye.